Get ready for your weekly dose of pixie dust with Disney Coast to Coast.
Hey folks, and welcome to Disney Coast to Coast, the ultimate unofficial Disney fan podcast. I'm Jeff DePaoli.
And I'm Patrick Dougal.
And today we have some exciting stuff to talk about, but as always, we should probably start with some Frozen of the Week.
Of course.
Do we have a theme song this week?
No.
Okay,
no theme song.
No theme song for Frozen of the Week today.
Sorry.
Well, there is some exciting adult Frozen news this week.
I guess.
Yeah, if you're, well, every little girl dreams of her wedding day, I would say. And there's like a legitimate Elsa wedding dress now.
Yes.
That's kind of crazy.
This is my thing. I mean, I'm not a woman, but I would think my wedding dress would want to be unique.
Yeah.
And don't you think a ton of women are gonna want to have the same dress? So meaning it's gonna be a lot of people wearing the same dress for their wedding.
I think that it's gonna be costly. The designer is Alfred Angelo. Actually, the designer is Michelle Piccioni, as I think is how you say it. Who works for Alfred Angelo. She's the chief creative officer for Alfred Angelo's design line. So, I'm sure it's not gonna be cheap. I do remember hearing stories back when Beauty and the Beast was new that like a lot of people wanted Belle's dress for their wedding dress. I think Elsa's dress is a little more appropriate for a wedding than Belle's, but I just think it's funny. And I mean, I think it immediately makes me think of, remember when the Elsa dresses came out for kids and they couldn't keep them on the shelves. I mean, they literally had to raffle them off. Like, that would be kind of funny if the same things ends up happening with, like, adult wedding dresses.
You think people are just randomly gonna go buy a wedding dress without having a wedding?
It would be funny. And even if there are a lot of people who have weddings every year.
Yeah. Well, obviously, I think right now they just have concept art on it. So, we'll see if it's actually like an Elsa dress, or I think it's mostly going to be like an inspired version.
I agree. It's probably going to be inspired. It says it's going to be available in ice blue and ivory, and it'll be available in January 2015.
All right.
So pretty soon. So you're going to go out and get one?
I don't think so. Maybe I'll buy one just to resell it.
I was going to say, if you buy it, I wonder what it would go for on eBay.
Yeah, but I'm sure the buying cost is way over my budget.
Yeah, it's probably insane. So there's that new Frozen news, but also, we mentioned in the past Anna and Elsa's boutique, at Disneyland, down in downtown Disney. It's going to be taking over Disney 365 store. Mm-hmm. They gave it a date for that. October 6th is the official date.
Okay.
I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. October 6th is the date that will open. September 22nd is the date that 365 closes. So it's only like a couple weeks in between.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be a very quick turnover. So it's
interesting.
It's probably not going to be all that in depth. It's probably
it's a bunch of Frozen stuff.
It's going to be a new coat of paint and a bunch of Frozen stuff is probably it. But that's our Frozen news of the week.
Yeah, we're getting less news now, but we still got news.
This was week 8, if you're keeping count. The initial guesses on our part was 52 weeks, I guessed. You guessed 37 and a half weeks. Mm-hmm. We're currently at 8 weeks. We'll see how much longer this can go before there's no Frozen news of the week.
There will always be Frozen news of the week.
We'll see. We will see. But anywho, let's jump into our normal news here for this week's episode. The Halloween season is upon us.
Definitely.
It's our favorite time of year.
Definitely.
And so I figured maybe we should take a little look at the Halloween stuff going on in the Disney parks. And since there's so much of it, I figure we'll tackle one park a week. Mm-hmm. And let's start with Hong Kong, because they have a kind of interesting Halloween experience over there.
Yeah.
Anything you want to start with here?
Well, I know it's a little bit different than over here when all the parks are pretty much geared towards, well, obviously they're geared towards a different audience for a nice version of Halloween, countering the other parks who really go for the big scares and stuff. But over in Hong Kong, they actually do a pretty scary section of the park. For Disney, certainly, yeah. Yeah. I think it's in their Adventureland area. They do a section where they do have some
haunted houses. Yeah. They have these two haunted houses. One's called Graves Academy, and the other one is called Revenge of the Headless Horseman. And yeah, these are like legit haunted houses from what I hear. From what I understand, not like nearly as gory as something like a Halloween Horror Nights at Universal, but definitely not like a walkthrough with your 3-year-old type of experience either. So I think that that's kind of interesting.
I like that. It's good that they'll keep it to one section of the park. So obviously if you're not into that, you can explore the other areas. But I mean, to have that section is really cool. Yeah,
it makes me think, could that work over here? And I kind of feel like
if you don't like put it like right at, like if they can avoid it, and then that's fine. And then people who want to do it can do it. But, then you get the part where there's like parents dragging kids through it who are like crying and screaming. So
for me, it's more, and I don't really know what the theme park situation is around Hong Kong Disneyland. I'm assuming there's not a Universal though, right? Not nearby.
No.
So therefore they would escape the comparisons at Hong Kong.
Yeah.
Whereas I feel like if Disneyland were to do it here, or Walt Disney World were to do it in Florida, I feel like you would immediately start getting the Halloween Horror Nights comparison, in which it would be an unfair comparison, because they would never want it to get to that level. But I think by being smart enough to in fact, they put it in the title in Florida, Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, and here it's just Mickey's Halloween Party. But they completely avoid any comparison whatsoever.
Exactly.
So I don't know. I don't think it would work here nearly as well. But they have like new shows and everything. They have a show called Horrors of the Amazon. It's a sideshow carnival extraordinaire. And they actually have like a celebrity host or as a character in the show. A local celebrity in Hong Kong. His name is Chan Kwok Pong.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yes, I love his work. But he is, an actor like in the show. So I find that kind of interesting.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
If we had a Halloween show, what local celebrity could we put in there?
I don't know.
Well, we're in LA. There's a lot of celebrities. We'd have to get some big wash up.
It had to be like D level.
Yeah. It'd be, well, what is it? Knots has Elvira.
Yeah, so there you go. We have that.
That's funny. But, they also have like this little, a parade that they do. It's really interesting. Did you happen to see any video of it?
I didn't see any video of it.
It's not quite like Boo-to-You. It's quite different. A lot of, pumpkin head characters walking around, and the classic, Jack Skellington type floats and stuff. But it's available to see on YouTube if you're interested in checking that out. But
did they have a name for that?
Oh, I don't know the name of the parade.
All right. Just Hong Kong
Halloween Parade. You'll find it. Yeah, that's all I searched.
That's the exact title.
Yep, it's the Hong Kong Halloween Parade. But also one interesting thing that we have here at Disneyland that actually was created at Hong Kong is Ghost Galaxy, Space Mountain Ghost Galaxy.
So that debuted over in Hong Kong.
Debuted in Hong Kong in 2007, and I think it came here in 2009. We've both experienced Ghost Galaxy.
Yeah, I've experienced Ghost Galaxy for the first time ever this past weekend, and it was awesome.
I've loved Ghost Galaxy ever since the first time I did it, which was in 2009.
It's such a good overlay too, and they apparently did it in like a day, like an overnight. Yeah,
that is the best part about it. Whereas with like Haunted Mansion Holiday, obviously for the obvious reasons, it's closed for several weeks to prep. But we were there on it was Dapper Day, so that was a Friday.
And then
I'm sorry. Wait a sec. It was
a Friday.
That was the opening day of it, but we were there previously, the Sunday before it.
And I even went during that week, and it still was open. I don't think it closed for a day.
That's because it's mostly just projection work and lighting work and stuff, so it's probably programmed and hit of a button type thing, and
it's I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of scary.
Well, the cool thing about it that I love is I'm so familiar with our Space Mountain that based on the musical cues, I know every twist and turn.
Mm-hmm.
And the musical score to Space Mountain Ghost Galaxy is not super, memorable. It's, just a lot of eerie sounds and stuff. So it's not like something you would sing in your head. So it kind of, makes surprises pop out of corners. We're like, oh, you weren't... I don't know. It's more surprising to me.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Yeah, and it's scary enough where they actually have to put a warning sign out in front of it.
Yeah. So we can
it's good.
We can thank Hong Kong Disneyland for Space Mountain Ghost Galaxy.
Thanks, Hong Kong.
I love it, love it, love it. But I think the best part about Halloween at Hong Kong Disneyland is everything we just spoke of comes with a normal park day admission.
Which is ridiculous.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. It's extended hours.
Crazy.
So basically it's the best time of year to go. You're getting, they added several hours on to the end of the night. No more admission fee.
These hard ticket events are killing us over here.
They're killing us here.
Which is, it's even, well, when I first experienced, these past weeks of Halloween over in Disneyland, it's even more so than in Walt Disney World. I would say, like, to meet villains or to meet, the Fab Five in their overlays, you can do that at a normal day here at Disneyland. You can't do that at Walt Disney World.
Oh, so you're saying the hard tickets are worse in Florida?
No, I mean, I'm saying you're getting more during the normal day for Halloween over here, like Ghost Galaxy, like Haunted Mansion, like the carnival in the back, by Big Thunder Mountain. Walt Disney World, if you go on a normal day to Magic Kingdom during the Halloween season, you won't get any Halloween stuff besides the decorations on Main Street.
Decorated.
But you'll meet regular Mickey during the day, everything. To do anything Halloween, you need to go to the party.
That's, I'm happy to hear that Disneyland is cool like that. That's cool.
So I'm saying Hong Kong obviously is the ultimate if you want Halloween.
Yeah.
But,
during normal park mission,
but I'm happy over here because you can they have the whole conjure villain in the back, where there are 0 villains at Walt Disney World during the Halloween season unless you go to a not so scary party.
You know, that's part of the reason why I've never gone to Mickey's Halloween party because I've never wanted to pay the extra money because of the fact that I feel like for the most part, everything I want to do can be done during the normal day. Having said that, they do have a Halloween fireworks show that they showed one year. It was a few years back during normal park hours. So I have seen it. But now you can only see that during Mickey's Halloween party. The other thing is like a character cavalcade, which is like a really small parade, if you even want to call it that, and trick-or-treating. Otherwise, all the other stuff I can do during normal park hours. So I've never
They do have some rarer characters out.
I would like to do it.
Roger Rabbit comes out, which is kind of awesome.
But you can see him at Easter in the park. So
yeah, it's just, I guess for us, we can pick and choose when we want to go. Of course, for anyone else, if they're out, they have to do it.
Patrick just reminded me that we're spoiled.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's.
But that's why I always felt, I guess, why the Not So Scary Party was worth it, because I couldn't do all those things unless I went to it.
I didn't realize that it was that much different in Florida. Huh. Yeah, so yay Disneyland.
Oh, even with Jack and Sally, you can meet them during the day.
Yeah, at Disneyland.
If Not So Scary lines, you better get in line because that gets 2 hours plus.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, so, yeah, that's, I'm really glad to hear that about Disneyland. I'm still gonna go. I've been one day during Halloween time, but I gotta go back for sure and do more of it. We gotta go. We've been pretty busy, so, but in any case, so yeah, Hong Kong, pretty awesome Disney stuff. Halloween stuff going on over there, and one of these days I'll check it out. And one of these days I will do Mickey's Halloween party. Every year I'm like, this is the year I'll do it, this is the year, and then I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do it this year. But, anywho, shall we move on to, Walt Disney World?
Yes. Of course, during the Halloween season, for me, at least, it's a big money spender, of course, with the not-so-scary tickets and all that stuff. But, of course, if you're in Walt Disney World, it's also Epcot Food and Wine Festival, which empties my wallet every year, usually.
Okay. Now, I'm just going to say, I have never experienced Epcot Food and Wine Festival. I really don't have much interest in the Epcot Food and Wine Festival, but I don't know much about it, so please explain it to me and to anybody who's never experienced it. What's so great about this?
See, I love the Epcot Food and Wine Festival. For someone who's like really into food and drinks, they offer a wide variety of these different. They're like different kiosks in some of the pavilions, and they're providing these food options that are specific to that kiosk nature, like say Belgium, they'll have like waffles, and Paris and France, they'll have like escargot. But for these aren't always options at Epcot. So it's only this time of year when you can get some of those foods. Or even if, say they're at like the Canada restaurant, the steakhouse, it's really expensive. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it's expensive to eat there. But with Food and Wine, you can taste very small portions for smaller amounts of money.
Gotcha.
So it's more of a, if you wanted to like try everything at Epcot, but you don't have the money to, well, you still need a little bit of money for this.
It's still emptying your wallet.
It's fun to taste all these different cultures without getting full plates of them. I mean, they're really small portions, like slider sized burgers and stuff like that.
It scares me if you're saying it's a small portion, because I've seen the amount that you eat, and you eat like nothing to begin with.
They're just like tasters. I mean,
appetizers.
Yeah. And it's depending on what you get. They range from like $3 to $7 kind of thing. And it's the same thing with alcohol. Of course, there's like wine connoisseurs and beer
experts.
Yeah.
I don't know what they call them.
Beer craftery experts. And to go around and taste all these drinks that otherwise you can't find really anywhere. And obviously there's smaller portions and smaller cups so you can drink more, which is always fun. But yeah, it's definitely for those people who who have a like wider palate and love to taste exotic or different types of food.
It's for foodies.
Yeah, which I am.
You are a foodie.
And
you're the luckiest. You're sincerely lucky you have an insanely fast metabolism, because you are a foodie.
Yeah, I love food.
Yeah, you love food.
So I don't know if it was past years, but you can easily if you keep going, you can forget how much you're spending. So recently in these past years, they've actually added, and some people do get kind of inebriated from drinking a lot. And so they've added, about 2 years ago, they added these mini Disney gift cards with a wristlet. So it's a mini wristlet, so you can just keep it on your wrist, and it's a gift card. So you can, beginning of the day, you can say, I just want to spend $50, and then cut me off. So you put $50, you get a free wristlet, and you can just use that. When it's over, it's over. Of course, when you have a credit card, just swipe, so you don't really know how much you're spending. So I would recommend, if you are going to Epcot Food and Wine Festival and you don't want to overspend, get a little gift card wristlet. They're free. You just put money on it. Of course, it's a normal Disney gift card, so you can buy anything. Yeah.
And it's cooked, it's like some chefs from all around the world.
Oh, yeah.
Right? A lot of Food Network people, I think, right?
Oh, yeah.
They did have...
They even in, one of the old, where the Body Wars was, that section. Pavilion, yeah, they use it for special events for the Flower and Garden Festival and Epcot Food and Wine, where they'll actually have daily Food Network stars doing little demonstrations. And they also have an extra where you can, it's like an extra cost where you can go to the presentation, they'll show you how to make the food, and then you actually get to eat the food. So that's always fun. There's a lot of different things you can do at the festival.
That's cool. They did, they brought it here 1 year, maybe two, over to Disney California Adventure. I remember seeing it. This was way before any of the renovation even started. And I remember seeing it, but not experiencing it. I just remember a lot of Food Network people being in the parks. I'm not sure if it was the same time of year as it was going on. My guess is probably yes. It was probably around this time of year. But yeah, I don't know if it just didn't take off here, or if I think part of it was construction started and okay, we can't handle this here. But now the construction's done, it hasn't come back, so I don't know. It'll be interesting to see if we ever get it back. But speaking of the popularity of this, I mean, obviously the initial event is popular, which, correct me if I'm wrong, is just normal park admission, correct?
Yeah.
It's normal park admission, then you pay per everything you buy. But they do have an add-on ticket.
They have a bunch of add-on stuff.
A hard ticket, Epcot Food and Wine Late Nights Live, which was $79 for 3 hours, which is pretty pricey. That's That's pretty pricey. That's like, what, $27.50 an hour or something like that. It was supposed to be Tuesday and Thursday nights. It's now only Thursday nights.
Do you know what that includes?
I don't know what it includes.
Because last year, I think what you're talking about is the Epcot Wine Down event.
I thought that was year round.
No.
Oh.
They have a specific food and wine version where you go to, you pick a restaurant. I think it's either Mexico and the San Angela Inn.
Okay.
San Angela Inn.
Are you making up names?
No, San Angela Inn. I think that's what it's called. Or Morocco at the Spice Road table, and then I think the other one is in Germany or Norway. I don't remember. But you get a little appetizer dessert party after.
Yeah, but it sounds like some of these hard ticket events aren't selling, which is it sounds terrible, but I like to hear that because like there's no way that these insane hard ticket events are going to ever go down in price unless people stop paying for them. So I kind of like it sometimes when I see that they're not doing so well. But anywho.
So, there's a little rumor I've heard in terms of the hard ticket events and why there are so many.
Let's hear it.
So apparently they're adding these hard ticket events to kind of offset the cost of the Magic Band,
which is why
conflict.
Most of these hard tickets are in Florida.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cause when guests do buy the hard ticket events, they can say that when they, like, divide the costs up, that each guest is kind of spending more money now, cause with these hard tickets events.
Okay. So they're trying to make money back.
Yeah.
I guess that makes sense. I wouldn't be surprised at all if that's
But I had it just to offset, costs of Magic Band development.
Interesting.
Yeah, but like you said, I think you said it happened over in California Adventure, over here,
Food and Wine. Yeah,
I just think Epcot's probably like
it makes sense.
It just makes more sense, obviously, if you want to travel the world on a budget.
Yeah, it would be interesting. I'm curious if like the Food and Wine thing here, if it was like all based on California native food here. I don't know, to be honest, but. Probably.
It's just a more cultural experience, I guess, at Epcot.
Yeah.
Cause tried haggis for the first time last year. That was interesting.
That was good?
It was interesting.
It was interesting. Do they have butterbeer?
No, that's the wrong part.
Oh, that'd be so good if they had butterbeer.
That's the wrong part.
That'd make me happy.
It's the very wrong part.
That'd make me really happy.
Anyway.
Anywho, that's enough about Walt Disney World. We're getting something fabulous at Disneyland that Walt Disney World shockingly isn't getting.
Which is very confusing.
I'm baffled by this.
I think it might.
Maybe they just didn't announce it yet.
Yeah.
I don't know. But in any case, Big Hero 6 is getting a preview, just like they've done in the past with Guardians of the Galaxy, and before that it was Maleficent. They in the what's called the Magic Eye Theater, which is where Captain EO normally is, or the previous home of Honey, I Shrunk the Audience. Rest in peace.
Or the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah. Where that was. So that's where Big Hero 6 is going, and they're going to do a whole preview there, which is cool.
And they're going to do it again in 4D.
In 4D, yeah, they're gonna do the whole lighting and effects and stuff, which will be cool. That starts September 26th here at Disneyland. And, but normally when this has happened in the past...
It usually goes to Hollywood Studios. Maleficent and Guardian Galaxy both had their previews in the old Sounds Dangerous area. But I don't know if it's being used.
Yeah.
Or are they just not getting it? But apparently it wasn't announced that Walt Disney World was getting a Big Hero 6 preview.
Which I found this was... immediately I thought to myself, was like, well, they did announce that the Frozen sing-along is becoming permanent. Is that going in there? But no, that's going where American Idol was. So I'm confused as to why it's not going to Walt Disney World. But who knows?
Cause
maybe attendance was low. Maybe although I can't imagine that it was at the Hollywood Studios.
I mean, if they're not using the space, just why not put it in?
Yeah. Although maybe they found that because it wasn't 4D in Orlando, because that was just like sit and watch type thing.
Yeah, but it was 3D.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, they're promoting their movies. I mean, I went to the Maleficent one and people were there. Were into it.
Okay. So. I don't know. In any case, we're getting it here at Disneyland. Maybe it'll be coming to Walt Disney World. As of right now, it's not. Want to talk about another hard
Wait, we have a date for that.
September 26th.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. I think I said it, but maybe not. September 26th. That's coming up soon. Another hard ticket event here at Trader Sam's, which you love. Over at the Disneyland Hotel. They're having I like the name of this, the Mahaloween Luau.
Yes.
Yeah, you want to pay $125 to go to the Mahaloween Luau?
No.
Me either. September 29th, this is happening. It just sounds like a party, essentially. You're getting a zombie glass, some appetizers, 2 drink tickets, live entertainment, a tiki presentation by Walt Disney Imagineering. I have no idea what that means.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, I guess. But you also get a Jungle River Cruise expedition bag. It comes with a glass, hat, a canvas print, and all that fun stuff. But $125. I'm not gonna pay it. Maybe 75. Really? I wouldn't.
Well, just looking at it, like some of the drinks in general are over $20.
That's
plus
true.
the souvenir glass, plus all the stuff you're getting. So I think about 75 would be the value of it. Of course, they upcharge everything.
Yeah.
But
I'm curious if this.
I would love to go for it, but I wouldn't pay $125 for it.
I'm curious how well it sells. We'll see. I think
Trader Sam's is a huge draw for the classic Disney community, especially over here at Disneyland, because I know during D23 that place is slammed.
Yeah.
So I mean it doesn't have to. I mean the capacity of the place is not huge, so I
think they're doing it like 3 times in one night or something.
Oh, okay.
Something like that. But I think it's only a one night thing, September 29th. So. It's for a very small group of people.
Yeah, I was gonna say the capacity doesn't seem to be big, but I think it will sell.
We'll see. Anyway, let's just go hang out near there September 29th.
Yeah, we're part of the Mahaloween.
Mahaloween Luau. Beyond that, I do want to mention one thing. Every week when you listen to the show is introduced by a lovely female voice. That voice is my friend Whitney, and she currently has out a new video. It's called a Princess Rap Battle. It's basically a rap battle between Snow White and Elsa. You can find it on YouTube. If you just Google Princess Rap Battle, you will find it. And it's pretty awesome. And
it's pretty funny. Yeah, it's weird that you knew.
I know Whitney very well. She's a good friend of mine. I actually know Whitney from Boston.
Oh, wow.
And then we reconnected out here. And I adore Whitney.
And Jeff sent the video. He's like, have you seen this? I go, well, yeah, my friend's in it.
Yeah.
And she actually posted it on her Facebook. And I worked with her in Orlando and she moved out here. So, small world.
Your friend plays...
she plays Tiana.
Tiana!
Yeah, she did those sassy looks in the back.
Yeah. So yeah, check it out. Princess Rap Battle on YouTube. Snow White versus Elsa. It's out now. And it's doing really well.
Yeah.
It's getting a lot of hits.
Good job.
So, rock on. Make sure you check that out. And, before we do trivia, I do want to mention Mickey's Halloween party starts here at Disneyland September 26th, officially.
Yeah. I believe all 3 September dates have already sold out.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Oh God. Are you going?
No.
Oh, okay.
I've just looked. I know 26 is sold out, and I know the 2. Is that a Friday? It might be a Friday. The 2 Fridays are sold out.
Interesting.
So
cool.
Get your tickets if you want.
Yeah, get your tickets if you want to go, because it sounds like it's going to be a sold out event. Anywho, let's go into trivia. Trivia.
You hit me.
Okay. Earlier we were talking about.
We were?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We were talking earlier.
We were talking?
Yeah. Earlier about a haunted house in Hong Kong Disneyland called Revenge of the Headless Horseman. Now, Walt Disney Animation had a theatrical release based on the Headless Horseman. It was actually had multiple parts to it. Do you happen to know what the name of this movie was and what the stories were that it was based on?
Was it animated?
Yeah, it was an animated feature. It's kind of become like a Halloween classic.
Ichabod Crane.
Yeah, but what's the name of it?
I just know Ichabod Crane. And the Legend of the
Sleepy Hollow. No.
The Legend of the Headless Horseman.
Legend of Sleepy Hollow is what it's the first part is based on.
Yeah.
And then there's a second part to it. Do you happen to know what the second part is based on?
No.
Second part is based on Wind in the Willows.
Okay.
So the full title of the movie is it's kind of like 2 shorts connected to make one film. The Adventures
of Ichabod Crane.
The Adventures of Ichabod and Think Wind in the Willows.
Sleepy Hollow.
No, Wind in the Willows. Ride at Disneyland.
Trees.
Trees?
Mr. Toad's Wild Ride.
There you go, Mr. Toad. The Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad.
Yeah. No, I remember.
You remember?
Yeah.
The Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad. Walt Disney Animation theatrical release based on Legends of Sleepy Hollow and Wind in the Willows.
I just remember Adventures of Ichabod Crane. Was there, series of him?
No, it was, that's the short you're thinking of.
Okay.
So it was 2 shorts. It was 2 totally separate stories. And Walt Disney Animation did that for a while, where they would take shorts and put them together and release it as a feature, in theaters. It was kind of weird and interesting, but they did do it. I think it was during wartime where it was cheaper to make films that way.
I remember that movie.
Yeah.
Good.
It's kind of like I think it's everybody's introduction to Sleepy Hollow, really. As a kid. At least it was for me.
Well, maybe Johnny Depp at this point.
Maybe. That's kind of scary if you're a kid.
Yeah. Anyway.
Anywho, what's my trivia? Hit me.
So, at Epcot's Food and Wine Festival,
which
you've been to countless times.
Never.
We didn't mention one thing specifically because it was part of my trivia question.
Okay.
But they actually do a concert series on the weekends. It's a kind of clever name. Do you know what the name of the concert series is called? I'll give you a hint because you have no clue.
I have 0 clue.
Okay, it rhymes with eat, and it's called Eat to the
Beat.
Yeah, Eat to the Beat concert series.
Nice. So, I love how much you love that title. You have such.
I was like, it's so clever.
You have such a smile on your face right now.
Eat to the Beat concert series.
Eat to the Beat. That's hilarious.
So yeah, that's another obviously free admission to Epcot.
Cool. Awesome. I think that's going to do it for us this week. Folks, thanks for listening. As always, you can find us on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook and our new YouTube channel. And you can email us at DisneyCoastToCoast@gmail.com and all that fun, awesome stuff. And for those of you who have already done that, thank you very much. And we'll talk to you next time. Bye.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah? Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to Disney Coast to Coast. Have a magical day.